Welcome to Berry Life, bringing you easy and delicious vegan and vegetarian recipes every week. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and click on the bell icon for future notifications. Today we're going to be making mushroom masala. For that we're going to need mushrooms, and lots of them. 1 large onion, a couple of tomatoes, some oil, some yogurt, clarified butter, cumin seeds, turmeric powder, red chili powder, coriander powder, some salt, along with fenugreek leaves, garlic cloves, grated ginger, green cardamoms, peppercorn, cinnamon, black cardamom, cloves, and a large bay leaf. This may seem complicated, but it's a simple recipe and we're going to go through it step by step. Let's start by prepping our vegetables. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Do hit that subscribe button to help support our channel and hit the bell icon for future notifications. We'll be uploading great new content every week. We'll start by roughly chopping some tomatoes. To create the gravy, we're going to puree the tomatoes and the onions in a pan, so we don't need to be too particular about the shape. But it's good to cut things the same size so they cook evenly. Go ahead and thoroughly wash the mushrooms. We're going to remove the woody end of the stem. It's very chewy and not edible. After we remove the ends, we'll quarter the mushrooms. You can slice them as well. This is what we prefer, as it creates a chewier texture and a meatier bite. Once all the mushrooms are processed, we'll set them aside and move on to mincing the garlic. As always, we leave the onion for last. We're going to sliver these using the radial cut. 3/4 will go into the curry, and 1/4 will be cooked along with the mushrooms. Now we're ready to make the gravy. Heat up a wok over medium heat and add some oil, along with the ghee, commonly known as clarified butter. Once the oil is hot enough, add the cumin seeds and wait for them to crackle. Then add the ginger and garlic, very common ingredients in almost every gravy. Then stir and allow the ginger and garlic to be infused into the oil. This should take a couple of minutes. Then add the onions. We want to saute the onions until they're slightly brown. At that point, the sweetness of the onion comes through. Cutting the onions into slivers is going to help with this process. The onions have softened and browned nicely. Now we can go ahead and add the spices. Red chili powder, turmeric, salt, and coriander powder. Give everything a nice stir and allow the spices to be infused into the oil. Now we'll add the tomatoes. There's a reason to add one ingredient at a time. It helps to build layers of flavor, and the flavors aren't competing with each other. Now for a slight bit of tanginess and creaminess, we're going to add the yogurt. It doesn't take a lot, just a couple of tablespoons. This is already starting to smell amazing. At this point, all the ingredients for the curry portion are in the wok. We're just going to add water, cover the lid, and let it simmer for 10 to 12 minutes until the tomatoes are completely cooked through. This is important before we can puree the curry. While the gravy is simmering, we can work on the mushrooms. Heat up a pan over medium heat. We're using a medium-sized skillet for this. Add some oil, along with some clarified butter. Once the oil and the clarified butter are heated, add the bay leaf, cardamom, cinnamon stick, cloves, and black peppercorns. Sauté these spices for a few minutes. You can tell they're ready when they absorb the oil and plump up. Now we'll add that remaining quarter of the onions we've set aside. Sauté the onions until they've softened. Now we can add all the mushrooms. The mushrooms have a lot of moisture, so we'll need to sauté and reduce them quite a bit. We'll also add the red chili pepper and sauté everything. Now we can add the salt. The salt is going to help wick the moisture out of the mushrooms. And the water from the mushrooms will help create the braising liquid. You'll be surprised at how much water these mushrooms hold. We're going to keep stirring until all the water has evaporated. This is what we're looking for. The mushroom is cooked through and intact. Now we can go back to the gravy. Let's check the curry and make sure it's cooked through. This looks good. Now we can go ahead and turn off the gas, allow the gravy to cool a little bit, and then puree. We're just going to use an immersion blender directly in the wok. You can do this in a food processor or a blender as well. That's it, the curry's done. Now we're going to add the mushrooms into the curry and thoroughly combine everything. As a finishing touch, it's common to grind some fenugreek seeds and sprinkle them into the gravy. The slight bitterness helps to counteract the sweetness of the curry. That's it. The mushroom masala is done. Go ahead and transfer it to your favorite bowl. We just happen to have a traditional Kadai style serving dish. Now we're going to garnish with a little bit of yogurt. And some fresh cilantro. There you have it, mushroom masala. Simple and easy recipe that you can make any day of the week. Enjoy it with some cumin rice or some naan. Let's dig in. We hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please subscribe for more great content. And if you try this recipe, please tag us on Instagram at BerryBerryLife. Be sure to hit the bell icon for future notifications, as we'll be uploading great recipes every week. Thank you for watching and enjoy!